Giant fucking robots, dude! I'm Mike Dangerous, and this is Talking Shots.
Chief, it's the return of the blade and slight shade, getting paid until my silhouette fades. A mercenary, spit till every verse is scary shade, doing girlies dirty, splitting with obituaries. Death is not a factor, more than just a rapper.
If you're my age and into anime, you've most likely grown up in the Toonami era. For those of you not in the know, Toonami was a Cartoon Network block that showcased anime with a certain respect and reverence that you didn't really see at that time, especially for anime. Before Toonami, anime was just these like weird Japanese cartoons that you'd see like late night on the Sci-Fi Channel. Toonami was the first to make the distinction that anime was a style and not a genre, showcasing the difference between, say, shonen and mecha. Shonen being shows like Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho, and mecha being shows like Gundam, Evangelion, Gurren Lagann, and Ratatouille. Today, everyone knows the influence of Dragon Ball, and you have to be living under a rock to not know what a Gundam is. But while Dragon Ball is remembered fondly, most people will agree that Gundam Wing and G Gundam aren't remembered as fondly. They haven't aged as well. Gundam Wing in particular holds what?
You said Gundam.
Gundam Wing in particular holds a special significance. It was the first anime to be localized, and my god, does it show.
Hiro, I know too much about you. Are you still gonna kill me?
Yeah.
It was also a show intended for older audiences with a much more political tone. It also opened the Gundam toy floodgates, which, let's face it, Gundam really is just 50 or more episode toy commercials. At this point in the mid-90s, Gundam was already a commodity in Japan. Bandai, the company that would make the Gundam models, would go on to buy Sunrise, or the company that produced the Gundam anime. From this point on, each series would follow their own continuity. 1994's G Gundam being the first since the buyout, and the following year's Gundam Wing to be the most recognizable from that era. We got Gundam Wing in 2000 and G Gundam in 2002. Again, these series aren't remembered as fondly, especially now with how easy it is to access the rest of the Gundam franchise. However, this was back then when we only had two options. One of them had a horse Gundam piloted by a horse.
That's not the worst part about it.
That's the best part of that anime.
He had to save the girl by punching the moon, because the moon turned into a Gundam. You fuck. That's the worst part. You say the horse. He had to punch the moon because the moon ate his girlfriend.
But let's go back and remember something here. Gundam Wing was initially aired in the US in 2000 and was produced in 1995. It's going to be dated. Yes, it's melodramatic.
I'll kill you.
And some of the characters are going to be one-dimensional. When you're a 7-year-old kid and it's 7 p.m. and you're watching shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy and Powerpuff Girls, and all of a sudden this comes on, you've never seen anything like it. It's dummy hype before you even knew what that was. Sure, some of us still have nostalgia goggles on. Goggles is a hard word.
That's fair. I'll give you
Even
that.
when you're not drunk. Sure, some of us still have nostalgia goggles on. And that's fine. Nothing will ever be as good as the first time we saw it. Except Space Jam. That's a masterpiece.
Ready? Yeah. Let's go.
Gundam Wing being no exception. But there's nothing wrong with going back to that show that entertained you as a kid, that fun, that excitement when it would come on. There's nothing wrong with going back to the show that made you love giant fucking robots! So what do you think? What are some of your favorite mecha anime? Do you love Gundam Wing or do you hate it? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I'm your boy Mike Dangerous, and this was Talking Shots.